The Really podcast is intended for entertainment purposes only. The views, information, opinions, and beliefs expressed in the Really podcast are solely those of its host, Reverend A.D. Black, and his guests, and do not necessarily represent the views, opinions, and beliefs of the Really podcast production team, sponsors, or affiliates. Any advertising incorporated into, reproduction, distribution, editing, or modification of this podcast without the expressed written approval of the Really podcast host is strictly prohibited. Reverend A.D. Black assumes no liability for any unauthorized activities in connection with the use of this podcast.
Good morning, God's people. Welcome to Really, the podcast where we discuss events and topics that need a little more clarity. In other words, make it make sense. We know you didn't think we were just going to take your word for it, did you? All right. So we're going to get right into it. This morning, as part of the Ward 7 and 8 community outreach program that is going on, that has been going on for the past 3 weeks, we have Reverend Dr. Christopher Leon Nichols as the last leg of it. He's going to come and he's going to share what God has given him, the vision for his participation in it, how he plans to go about having it, and his church outreach that I believe he's already doing. He's very accomplished. DC, home and grown. This one, DC, home and grown. And so this should be a great interview. So we're looking forward to it. We're going to get some dates for you. Their church is doing so much, and so we're going to get some dates if you want to participate in it. And so we're going to get started with Reverend Dr. Christopher Leon Nichols from Emmanuel Baptist Church, Southeast Washington. God bless you. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. How's it going today?
Oh, one day at a time, man. So, you haven't done yours. You're the last leg of it, correct?
Coming Wednesday, yes.
Yes. Have you heard any feedback from the other pastors how it went? Or
yeah, feedback has all been positive. Everybody has taken their different approach to doing it.
Yes, sir.
Which is great. It takes on a life of its own, but but the goal is still the same.
Okay. Now, what made you want to participate in it when you heard about it?
This way, really, I mean, I always do it.
Okay.
It's nothing new for me. I do summer community revivals every year. When approached by Pastor Greenfield, as an idea, I said, why reinvent the wheel? I mean, I'm already doing it. But what they did do was, which was unique, because my suggestion was to simply have it, at one location, which I was already having it, and we could just bring in the preachers. But they evolved the idea, which was great, in having it in different locations. Each week, which was great. So that's how it came about.
Amen. Now I was reading your bio, very extensive. You're really fluent in a musician, and come from Juilliard. I guess they changed the name to Duke School of Music. You was up there, and Howard. But you're not old enough to have been up there when the Blackbirds was up there, I take it. So you
No.
came after that. So are you you're teaching music now, correct?
No, I just finished up as the musical director for the drama department at Charles Herbert Flowers.
Okay.
So this is my last year doing that.
Do you have any plans to teach music further?
Eventually, I'll reopen my music school at a later time.
Now, is that at the church or that's off location, your music school?
No, that's off location. Yeah, more than
Okay.
likely it'll be down in Waldorf when I reopen it. Hmm.
Now, and what students do you look for? Anybody can come, or what's the criteria for that?
It's open to anybody.
Okay. Okay.
I'll accept anybody's money.
Amen. Amen. And what do you teach? Any instrument or piano or what do you
all
teach?
all instruments, all
All
instruments.
instruments?
As you see in my bio, I mean, I'm proficient in a number of instruments. So
Okay.
all instruments, including voice
Ah.
and theory.
Okay. 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 How did you get into the ministry?
The Lord called me.
Yeah, you've been preaching for a long time, over 30 years, I think your bio said.
30 plus years. Yeah, I have not, look, it was not something I ran to. Matter of fact, it was something I ran from.
Okay.
Knew I was called to preach, I knew there was a calling, around age 6. Didn't accept it until in my 20s. And then was hesitant about it then. But, you know,
Yeah, I can understand, and because you are from DC, correct?
correct.
Yeah, yeah, I can understand. I can understand that age 6. Wow, that's young. But I haven't met a preacher yet that did not run from the calling, so that's in line with normally how it goes. What are you anticipating on this? What are your this Wednesday?
Hmm. Hmm.
What do you? What's your feel for it?
What's my feel for it?
Yeah. How
We're gonna
you?
go out, we're gonna go out and do ministry.
But wait a minute, yeah, you guys been doing it so long, so it's not nothing's going to
Matter of fact,
surprise you because you've done it so much.
that's right.
Yeah, yeah, nothing's going to catch you off
Matter of
guard
fact, I mean,
because you guys.
this time of year, I mean, we're out sharing all the time. I have a crew that will be out tonight. I have what's called Impact Focus Discussion, in which it's a discussion that I would normally have online during the winter months. But during the spring and summer months, I moved discussion outside,
Yes, sir.
with hot dogs, with some stuff. And
Amen.
I put out my large speakers, and we simply have a discussion, a Christian discussion, outside while, in the community where everybody, is coming and fellowship coming and going, and they're getting the word on Saturday. We have it's not necessarily ward, well, it is Ward 8. We have a community-wide cookout, which, brought together um, various clergy within our area, within our
Yes, sir.
quadrant, and we come together on our parking lot and the surrounding area to have a community-wide cookout. So that's this Saturday from 12 to 4. So within the span of 7 days, look, we and on Tuesdays I have a community prayer hour
Amen.
on the
Amen.
parking lot. So within the span of 7 days, we've been out there in the community five of those 7 days. So one of the things when I took over, I'm big on, you have to be a church that's not big on community outreach is a church that's dying. you
Yeah.
have you have to be thoroughly engaged in the community. You have to have a strong footprint in the community. Otherwise, you just inside the 4 walls and just dealing with, the Lord didn't say, stay within those walls, but he said compel folk to come and go out in the highways and hedges.
Amen.
So that's our motto, that's our mission, and that's what we are, committed to doing.
Now, exactly where are you located? Because you said you have a program tomorrow.
Yes, 24-9 Angel Place, right in the hood of Southeast.
Okay, if I'm not mistaken, I come up Martin Luther King after I pass Portland, or they may have changed Portland to some other name, I think.
But if you come down Martin Luther King, just come straight down Martin Luther King, then get on Alabama. If you're
Okay.
coming that way. And then Alabama, you can either take it all the way down till you get to our street, which is Angel Place, and make a left on Angel, and we're on the left. That's the easiest. That's a straight shot.
Okay.
We're right around the corner from 7th District Police Station.
Yeah, I used to drive a former Metro bus driver, so I think that's off the 92 or something, 94, 92
A
line.
former Metro bus driver. Do you know any Moors?
Man, I'm horrible with names. I basically know, and I've done most of my time in Northern Virginia.
Oh,
I
okay.
was over Southeast just for a short time, maybe 8 months.
Okay.
But most of my time was spent out in Northern Virginia.
Well, I know Donald Moore used to be a supervisor.
Wait a minute, yeah, I know Donna Moore real
Okay.
close. Got a number right here in my phone. Yes,
Okay.
she was my superintendent.
That's my sister.
Really? Really? Yes, yes. I spoke to Miss Moore. I think it might have been Mother's Day or might have been Valentine's Day.
Okay.
Uh, just one of the greatest. She helped me, man, when a tragedy came in my life. Miss Moore was right there for me, made sure I had FMLA. When I lost my son, she was just right there for me. Yes, matter of fact, when I started part time, your sister was out Arlington. That's
Oh,
where I met Miss Moore, 2480 out
yeah.
Arlington Division. And we've been friends ever since. Knew her late husband very well.
Yeah, that's right.
Very well. And
Brother, that's right.
yeah,
Yes.
you be sure to tell her that Reverend Black said hi. Just a fantastic woman. We were trying to get one of her friends also retired, Mr. Wooten, and we thought we would get together then because we threw a retirement party for your sister, and I was there. We
Oh,
were at Mike's over in Springfield.
okay.
Yeah, and we threw that for her when she retired. It's a group of us, maybe 10 of us that were very close to her, and so we had thrown a party for. Yes, I know Miss Moore real well.
But I say sister because not blood sister, but blood.
Sister, right? Yeah.
That's mine.
Yes, yes. Doc, look like you guys getting ready to have a fantastic time. Something that you've been doing for a while, just incorporated. Um, I mean, to ask you, will you? It's kind of unlike the other pastors to ask you where you see it going. You've already seen it going, so I don't know if that's the proper question to ask you. But
Well,
what would you like to see the churches in the community do? Ward 7 and Ward 8.
to have a greater presence, to have a greater presence in the community. Um, folk who are outside are inundated with so many negative influences, and they're not churched at all. Matter of fact, they have really almost no um, concept of church because we're dealing with three and almost four generations,
Yes, sir.
who are outside of church. So the church today really has to be committed to bringing the church, bringing itself to them. I see too many churches, they just sit back and deal
Yes,
with
I
folk
do.
on the inside.
Unfortunately, I do.
Yeah, and that's not what we're called to do. We're called to go out and make disciples, go out and be the salt, be the changing, transforming agent, light of the earth. So that's what I would see, and to begin to work together more. That's one of the things that I'm committed to do. And that's how we're doing what we're doing anyway. We have a bunch of community partners. And that's one thing about the Black church.
Okay, Doc.
I'm just being real, man. Black church, a lot of times, many, not all, because I'm not gonna classify everybody. Uh, but a lot of times, there's so many of us who are guilty of compartmentalizing ourselves, just doing stuff ourselves. When there is, we can come together. One of the things, that I preach, even to the congregation is the people that you have there, they're there by purpose. They're there not by happenstance. God has gifted everybody so differently and so uniquely that everybody's gift adds to the body. Same thing, with churches and partners. Not everybody is doing the same thing. I understand you're at Galilee. Emmanuel is not doing the same thing as Galilee.
Yes,
Galilee is
sir.
not doing the same thing. But when you're partnered together to do those things that you do well and bring, and we do,
Amen.
and bring them together, you have that much greater of an impact.
Now, let me ask you something. Do you think this will be the catalyst that caught Carla puts everybody to come together in Ward 7 or 8 or just in the district. I mean, not just Ward 7 or 8. Every church in the whole Washington, D.C., hopefully the DMV. Do you think they will come together? First of all, in D.C.
You want my honest answer. You want me to be real.
I want your prayer. I know that.
The real answer is no. And that's because and I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but not everybody has this type of ministry at heart.
Okay.
All
Yes.
right. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody has the same goals, the same designs. And that makes the difference. You understand what I'm saying?
And let me ask you something, sir, because I've heard it, I've seen it, and unfortunately, I believe it in some circumstances. Sometimes we are in the church business and not the church people business. And I believe the church has to get back to the church people business. That has to be dominant. The outreach and all of that component to bring about a change in our community. What's your take thinking?
That's 100%. That's 100%. The people on the outside, you have way more people on the outside than you do on the inside.
Yes, sir.
So you have to equip the folk on the inside to be able to go out and reach the folk on the outside. And that's a challenge within itself. Especially being where we are, I often refer to, and certainly not in a negative way when I say the hood of Southeast, because I have a bunch of colleagues, when I tell them where I am, they say, no, you're in a bad place over there. I say, no, I'm not in a bad place. I'm in a great place for ministry.
I'm in the right place.
I'm in a great place for ministry.
Right.
So, but there's work to be done to prepare those who are on the inside to go on the outside. Because we are all called to be witnesses, but not everybody is an evangelist.
Yes. Amen. Couldn't have said it any better, sir. Amen. Amen. I am looking forward to after this is all over, we're trying to bring the four pastors that participated in it. We're trying to bring them together and just get a collective insight on what you guys saw, what you guys believe we can do better, how we can come together. And hopefully we can have that and we can move this where it's a constant thing. It was a great idea, I believe, that Greenfield came with. So far, just from the ones I've interviewed, you are the only one that was doing something very similar to it already. And so it is my prayer that we can continue. We can continue to do this. I look forward to talking to all four of you guys to get your collective agreement on where we go from this point. There is a need. Like you said, you're in a great spot. We feel that same way. Of course, Galilee has two locations, one on Minnesota Avenue, which we call South in D.C., and then we have the North and out in Shadyside in Maryland, Capitol Heights, Maryland. We're moving from that location, but we recognize, Pastor McGriff recognizes that there is a great need at our Southeast location. And so we do a lot of things down there for the community down there on Saturdays as well. We just started the 1st of June doing a lot down there, opening back up and everything on Saturdays for the members and for the community. So clearly you're on the right path. You just was a little ahead of everybody, but clearly you're on the right.
And you asked me where would I like it to go?
Yes, sir.
Honestly, I would like to see more churches coming together where this is not a one and done, 1 month type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
When spring comes, and this is my outreach schedule, when the springtime comes till the time falls back in November, that's my peak outreach time. What I would love to see is a quadrant of churches from that time, springtime to end of April, every week, different locations within the ward, having that revival, having that presence in the communities.
Wow. That every week from the springtime to the fall.
That's right. The devil don't stop, does
Yeah, amen.
it?
Doc,
And if we ain't giving it to them, where they gonna get it?
I'm a little older than you, so I may forget it, but I'll try to have my assistants write it down. When the four of us, when I have you four on there, please bring that up. Please. I'm gonna try to remember to bring it up, but if not, because that is a concept that would really work, and I couldn't see anybody denying it. That's a great concept from the springtime to the fall. Every week, a church having outdoor outreach in the community. Just a great concept.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. And not just because I mean, if you think about some people's outreach, something, you probably I can count on my hand how many they have throughout the course of the year.
Yes, sir. Yeah,
That's
because
it.
I think you can do it because you four who were participating in this one, there was a whole lot of other churches that wanted to participate, but it was just a 4 week thing. There were a lot of churches that wanted to participate, so I think he has a list of people that would jump at the opportunity to do this.
Yeah.
I pray,
Yeah.
but he said there were many more that wanted to do it, but he had his four uh, already down. So Doc, I look forward. I'll be honest with you, Doc. I look forward to hearing from you four. Um, I know you're going to have this Wednesday. You're going to have a fantastic program, and you'll start at what time?
6:30.
6:30.
Mhm.
6:30. Now, is it in your parking lot? It's at your church. Just everybody just
It'll be
comes
on our
there.
rear parking lot. Yes.
Okay.
The
Okay.
good thing about where we are, we're sandwiched. So all I got to do is go around my parking lot. I got communities behind us, community on the side of us, both in community out in front of us, because we own a 72 unit building that we just built in front of us. So
Okay.
we got communities all around us. We are like a central location.
Fantastic, fantastic, Doc. What they
Mhm.
say, if you build, the day will come, and so we're looking forward to them coming out to the program, it being a blessing. But I must admit now, I am really excited about getting you full on because I want to, that idea that you just had, and I'm sure other people have ideas from their experience with the outreach program, and so I'm looking forward to it. I tell you what, though, we're gonna get this together, and my team is gonna send it to you for your okay. We're gonna get the interview together. My team is gonna send it to you for your okay, and we're gonna get it right out to you so you can put it up in anticipation of your Wednesday event. So look forward. Uh,
Email.
look forward in your email. They're telling me behind the scenes. Look forward in your email. We're going to try to get it to you real quick so that you can okay it and so that you can get it up and that we can put it up on our podcast. I can't thank you enough, Pastor, for coming out. Thank you for the great work that you are doing. And so, Pastor Nichols, is there anything you want to close with?
I'm good, man. I appreciate, not everybody does podcasts, this is one of the things that, I guess, as I said earlier, God gifts people, with the ability to do certain things. Uh,
Right.
you know, I'm not a podcaster.
Neither was I. My team is. Trust me, I have no idea what I'm doing. I just have to have great people behind me. I have no idea. So I
I,
understand. I understand, sir. Thank you so much. God bless you, man. Looking forward to Wednesday. We're looking forward to tomorrow, 12 to 4.
12. Come on out, man. Come on out and be a part. We got a whole bunch of activities and things for the young, for the young and old.
Young and old. Amen. The community as a whole.
Yes, sir.
Sir, God bless you, the family, and the church family. We look forward to seeing you real soon.
Bless you. Bless you.
Bless
Bless
you,
you.
Doc.
All right. Have
Help
a
us
good
march
one.
it out.
All right.
All righty.
All right. Yeah. Bless you.